Hey, wait. Before you skip ahead, just to let you know, you can actually watch the full version of this on our Patreon, and you can actually watch next week's episode a full week in advance. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, right down there in the description, or right up here in the corner. Feel free to give it a click, and we'll see you there. Get off my lawn. Oh, wait. Wrong Gran Torino. Sorry about that. So, this is not Clint Eastwood's Gran Torino, but it could be. Your move, anime. Actually, I don't know what the Funimation voice actor sounds like, but if it's not Clint Eastwood, I'm disappointed.
No, I want Clint Eastwood to be the English dub of an anime character now.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine Clint Eastwood trying to figure out how to do it?
I mean, I feel like after watching The Mule, I'm like, Clint Eastwood, he's got range. Like, because he was like a flower salesman. He was like Mr. Daylily in that movie.
Yeah.
And then he starts running drugs. Like, it was hilarious.
Yeah, he's like,
so,
would you like some flowers?
So, I mean,
have some tulips.
He's got range. He could do it. I believe in him.
I'm running drugs. Where from? Mexico. What are you running? Cocaine.
A lot of cocaine.
Lots.
I feel like it'd be more sense if you were being a flower salesman to be selling poppies.
Well, it would, but at the same time, I mean, we're going for honesty, not irony. Yeah. Because honestly, heroin mostly comes through the docks and comes in on planes from the Golden Triangle, whereas cocaine travels up through South America into Central America and up here to the States. If it's not through boats in Miami, it's across the border from Mexico. And
not that we know that much about running drugs.
Oh, I know my fair share. I mean, I haven't ran them myself.
I've watched a documentary or two. So.
Well, I've done deep dives into like old school techniques.
Actually, if you ever want to watch a really good documentary, it's not about running drugs because marijuana is not a drug in my opinion. It's a plant, but there's a really good documentary about some dudes that were running marijuana across the Canadian border.
Kid Cannabis?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was on Netflix for a long time.
It has, what's his face in it, Hellboy?
Yeah, Ron Perlman. He plays the drug kingpin up in their area.
That was a good documentary.
Well, actually,
it's not really a documentary; it's more of a recreation.
It's a
fictional
retelling.
Yeah.
It's a retelling with different stuff and all
based
that.
On
but
a true
the people
story.
do actually exist.
Yeah.
Nate Norman does actually exist, and as did Topher, his best friend, who he had Topher. Actually, there's one thing they didn't portray enough in the film. Is that Nate Norman actually used Topher as like the face of the organization, because Topher was a more handsome guy, and he was also an older guy than Nate Norman. But they actually had him run the business. And actually, when Nate Norman tried to conduct business on his own, like, people didn't believe him. This one kid thought that he could make money running drugs for Topher. He's like, "Hey Topher, can I run drugs with you, man? I want to make big bank." And all of a sudden, Nate Norman's just like, "Hey, come on, calm down, kid." And then the kid's just like, "Shut the fuck up, you four-eyed fat fuck. You don't know who you're talking to. I'm a badass." And like does like the gang signs and all that. And meanwhile, Nate Norman's just sitting there just like, holy shit. People do not believe me. And even though the kid was worth, at his peak, well over $7 million. Just from cannabis profits alone.
In that story, where every time you say Topher, I picture Topher Grace in my head.
Might as well have been. Because the kid that got to play him...
Eric Foreman.
The kid that got to play him was Kenny Wormald from the Footloose remake. He played the Ren from the Footloose remake. Very thick Boston accent. Very thick.
Lost my khakis.
Khakis and my khakis. All right. So, let's...
Anyways, let's probably stop talking about drugs and watch My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Drogas. It's a pretty decent intro.
いやー、切ってないソーセージにケチャップぶっかけたやつを運んでたら溶けて
Happens all the time.
Yeah, it does.
誰だ君は緑谷イスクです誰だ君は
Oh.
やべえ年寄り違います
とりあえず彼の仕上がりっぷりをオールマイトに報告しなくちゃ
Fair enough.
うわ何を勝手に
撃ってきなさいよ、ワン・フォー・オール。誰だ君は。
No.
おじいさんに付き合ってられる時間はないんです
受精卵小僧
Well,
Well,
It's an interesting insult.
okay, pretty cool trilogy Yoda up there.
祭をテレビで見たあの力の使い方さあ始めようか有精卵ども
同じ言い回し
that's right.
とぼけ方もこの人やっぱりオールマイトの先生よ
さあ着ろやコスチューム
ろしくお願いします。何はともあれ母性スーツベータ初陣だ。準
I
備
think it looks pretty
整いま
badass.
した。
I think it definitely looks cooler.
ならやれ
Oh yeah.
本当にいいんですか？
じれったいな
Hey.
さっきので俺の実力が見えなかったか
Jison's throwing down.
お前とはとことんど素人だな
Oh man. He's talking smack about his hero now.
早すぎる。電子レンジの中で卵が割れないイメージ。
分析と予測か
すご
だが硬いなそして意識がちぐはぐだオールマイトへの憧れや責任感が足かせになってる
足かせ。
ワン・フォー・オールを特別に考えすぎだな
つまりどうすれば。
答えは自分で考えろ俺は飯を買ってくる掃除よろしく
市街パトロールは抑制になります。
そういうこと。しかしインゲニウムの弟さんがよくうちに来てくれたな。
ヒーロー
His
殺し
mind's only on one
現
thing.
代社会の包囲網でも捉えられぬ神出鬼没ぶり。無駄なことかもしれない。それでも僕はあいつが許せない。
お前たちが雄英襲撃班でその一団に俺も加われと。
ああ頼むよ悪党の大先輩にいらないものは全部壊したいなこういうクソガキとかもさ
お前は俺が最も嫌悪する人種だ
は
子供の感触に付き合えと信念なき殺意に何の意義がある。止めなくていいのですか。これでいい。答えを教えるだけじゃ意味がない至らぬ点を自身に考えさせる成長を促す教育とはそういうものだ。
ワン・フォー・オールを特別に考えすぎ。それが動きの硬さに起因している。そもそも硬いってなんだ。ワン・フォー・オールをスマッシュを超必殺技のように考えてた。そうだよ個性は体の一部。もっとフラットにワン・フォー・オールを考える。
Yes.
なかなかいいやつを見つけたんじゃないか年寄りオールマイトよ
正直君のことは好きじゃない。
は
あ
私の事務所を選んだのもどうせ5本の指に入る超人気ヒーローだからだろう。
指名入れたのはあんただろうが。
しかし君には致命的な欠陥がある。凶暴な人間性。
わざわざ指名してお説教。
そんな者たちを強制するのも私のヒーロー活動。ヴィランもヒーローも表裏一体。ヒーローの規範となるべき人間になるよう教育するのさ。言葉遣い、身だしなみ、感情の抑制、モラルの徹底。君の体にそれらを縫い付ける。
鉄鉄霧島お前が
指名は2票入れられるんだよ。早速始めるぞ。
よろしくお願いします
そのことを先輩として教えてやる。
さすが人気ヒーロー男気あるぜ
話は最後まで聞け。
すいません
礼儀ってやつをしっかり教えてやる。
ありがとうございます
ヒーロー活動の基本は犯罪の取り締まりだよ。事件発生時には警察から応援要請が来る。地区ごとに一括で来るんだよ。逮捕協力や人命救助等の貢献度を役所に申告。
喋り方かわいい。
それからヒーローには副業が許されてるの。公務に定められた当時は一部で相当揉めたとも聞くけど。というわけでこれから CM 撮影なの。
もっとヒーロー的活動を体験したいんだけどな。
いえこれもプロ入りすれば避けては通れぬ道ですわ。それに
いいとこなしだって私を見初めてくださった方ですもの。ちゃんと勉強させてもらいますわ。
私があなたたちをなぜ指名したか。
ヒーローとしての資質を見初めてもらったからでは。
あなたたちが可愛いからよ。
Of course. Where we first saw Mount Lady dropkick that guy.
ヒーロー活動はね、暇な時間をいかにしてやり過ごすかが重要なのよ。わかる
？Yeah.
こういうプレーは好みじゃないんだよ。
あんたが作った道を進む気はねえ。俺は俺の道を進む。
まあいい。お前も準備しろ。出かけるぞ。
寝てんだよな。5% の力を呼吸するように扱えればあんな動きも不可能じゃない。5% でもこの幅ならトントントンってできたら相当かっこいいぞ。
Come on, you got it. Oof.
まあこうなるよな。いつもみたいにイメージ喚起してたら間に合わないか。腕を強化して。もはやもっと早く。何
行こう。関わらない方がいい。
Still yelling, faster, faster, and bumps coming out of the alleyway. So we should get involved. Let's go out here.
ことを咀嚼して実践してみたんですけど、先はめちゃくちゃ長いです。
ひたすら実践訓練よ。
それであんなに恐れてたのか。
亡き盟友に託された男だったからな。
オールマイトの先代。あ、僕受け取ってきます。
7代目のこと言ってないのか、年寄り。
電子レンジ。
昨日なぜか壊れちゃったからな。
お急ぎ便よ。買ってきた冷凍たい焼き食うぞ。用意だ。
朝食たい焼きですか。
俺は甘いのが好きなんだ。
Jeez. Taiyaki.
Pretty sure those have like the sweetened bean paste inside.
今はとりあえず熱々たいを食って。冷たい。
嘘。ちゃんと解凍モードでチンしたんですけど。
中で回転しねえから一部しか熱くならんのだ。チンしたことないのか。
ああ、うちの回転しないタイプだったんで。ああ、わかった。このたい焼きが僕です。
違うぞ。大丈夫か。
そうわかったんです。必要な時に必要な箇所にスイッチを切り替えて、初めからスイッチを全てつけておけばよかったんだ。一部にしか伝わってなかった熱が
All the way through, that's right.
まんべんなく伝わるイメージ。全身常時身体許容上限 5%。
イメージが電子レンジのたい焼きってえらい地味だがいいのかそれ。試してみるか。
お願いします。
Of
damn
course.
It.
Of
damn
course.
it, damn it, damn it.
Cool though.
Wait, did they form a D&D group?
Looks like it.
Okay. Yeah, so shit. We didn't get to see him go through the motions. I was wondering why he never did like a full body thing from ever since he learned how to like transfer it from one part of his body to another. I was wondering why he never did like the full body thing and just tried to control it like that. But now that it looks like he's figured it out, now he just has to figure out how to move with that much power now, because he's at 5%, which 5% for that is crazy. Because if I think All Might said for him 1% was enough to destroy a small building, then 5% Midoriya should be able to do plenty of stuff. I think for him, his working on his mobility is the biggest thing, because he's very slow because of he's been restricted to not being able to use his power for running or jumping or anything like that. But now I think with this, he'll effectively be able to do whatever he needs to.
He's essentially just buffing himself like up physically, like overall.
Yeah.
Just by doing it that way. I didn't actually think
so.
about using it that way myself because I just didn't really process that was a way it could work, you know. Seemed like a thing where you had to build up the energy in a part of your body and then unleash it or whatever. Not just like something where you could actually like store it all over your body to use at any time or whatever. But that makes sense, I guess. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, indeed. I'm very happy that he figured it out, that he's able to do that because, damn, it's just really cool.
I wonder if he's ever going to get to the point where he can actually go like super buff mode like All Might.
Maybe. I mean, if he's able to do 5%, I think 5%, he still looks fairly normal.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it looked just like his muscles were like fully activated at that point, the ones that he'd built up. Whereas I think that's the point of training himself to be able to do the higher percents, is that he'll be able to engage his muscles even more and expand them to where they're able to do and take the full 100%.
Yeah. So there's obviously something else to it because All Might does not have a actual like buff form like in its normal state.
I mean, how we see him right now.
He looks like a weak little dude, and it's kind of surprising that he can actually still use those powers when he's got such a frail looking normal mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering if like buff All Might wasn't that was like his body, because Gran Torino said like, you know, his physicality was like his only redeeming quality when I was training him. So I feel like he didn't get all like, you know, turned into a little wizened, creepy guy like that until after the injury.
Yeah,
that's
what I figured too.
Maybe.
I figured that was just him losing like all of his natural buffness, like turning into that dude after he got hurt, and then he could still somehow use the power to make himself buff again.
Yeah, I mean, it is, you know, might be reading too much into it. I mean, we don't have to think too hard about it because it's it's just entertainment. So
Of course. But
yeah,
still,
it is
though,
weird.
I'm having fun with this entertainment so far. I mean, I'm glad. I'm still just excited that we're back into it again, and that we're officially like all the way caught up, and now we're moving forward as we should have.
Or at least caught up with where you guys were at.
Yeah, true. Yeah, caught up to where we were before, and
It's
now
actually
we're
pretty
moving forward.
exciting that we don't have to quit watching this one anytime soon, really, because by the time I think we get through the next season will be out.
Yeah, I think so, and that's the thing. I mean,
Whereas, I'm pretty disappointed that we have to stop watching One Punch Man again soon. Cause
I know, but
it's like, man, dude,
but
like, you guys waited all this time and we're already almost done with it.
But we have taken suggestions on what we can replace it with, and
have you already put up the polls?
Yeah,
task?
I put up the poll on Patreon, and we got
What is it
quite the
looking
list.
like?
Oh, a lot.
they're all isekai.
No, they're not isekais.
Better not.
Isekai.
Although the one you requested is on there, Overlord.
Oh, the
only
isekai I said I would watch.
that you would stand to watch. Whereas Fire Force got requested, so that's the one that I really wanted to do.
I feel like I'll tell you this later.
Okay, but then of course there's also other shows that dude, someone requested Supernatural.
Like Sam and Dean?
Yes.
That's
the only bad thing about that is I've already seen like the first 2 seasons. So.
Yeah, same here.
We did start with season 2 of Attack on Titan because we'd already seen the first 2. But.
True. It's just that's one that people.
I
have
don't
requested.
actually now that I gave it a chance. I don't actually dislike Supernatural so far. In fact, I thought some of it was really fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Especially the part where they were about to pull Dean's teeth out of his head and the doorbell rings and he's just like, "You're gonna get up."
Let's see. Published. Okay. Well, let's take a look and see at what some of the comments are on these. There we are. New show suggestions and view. There we go. And new show suggestions from top to bottom. Let us know what you want to see.
I already saw the one that I want to watch on there.
Demon Slayer,
That's the one I want
Blue
to watch with Andrew.
Exorcist, Black Sails. That's the live action show. Shadowhunters, continuing Avatar: The Last Airbender. That actually has 2 hearts there, so that might be a possibility.
I still have never seen it. I've seen the first couple episodes, but I've never seen past that.
Same thing with Micah. I mean, we got to episode 6 or 7? I think.
No, I don't.
Regrets to Go I've already watched. So.
Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Aggressico is awesome.
Aggressico.
So if you want my reaction,
Boys,
it's awesome.
The Boys, which I don't know about that. I've heard good things. Gintama, possible reaction
That's
series.
the one that I actually really want to watch.
Yujo Senki, Saga of Tanya, Babylon 5, Lucifer, or rewatch Castlevania. If Nick hasn't
already seen it.
I haven't seen season 2.
I kind of have.
Have you seen season 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
So
season 2 is actually better than season 1.
Mob Psycho 100.
I would actually be kind of down for that.
I would too, because it's by the same guy that does One Punch Man.
Yeah.
I've
seen the first episode, but nothing past that.
Orange, Angel Beats, Jesus Christ.
No.
Bakano, Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann.
Already
seen it. Kill la Kill. Seen it. Fairy Tail. Seen it. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Seen it.
Nah.
Promised Neverland, Fruit Baskets 2019.
Fruit Baskets too early for us.
Dororo. Then of course Cartoon Suggestions.
I think we want some action and comedy and whatever we're gonna
Young
watch.
Justice, Steven Universe, no. Gravity Falls, done it. Star vs. the Forces of Evil, maybe.
JoJo's we've already seen.
Danny Phantom, Code Lyoko, Miraculous Ladybug, web series Catch Ruby Up on Nick, no. Camp, that might be a possibility because that the humor in that's a lot edgier.
In case you haven't heard already, I don't want to watch Ruby anymore because I have too much respect for Monty Ohm and too little respect for the way that they handled it after he died.
Devil is a part-timer, which that one, I've heard a lot of people say funny things about it. Also,
that one's apparently not really an isekai. It's actually...
No, it's actually a reverse isekai where the devil comes to our world and is trapped and pretty much has to work part-time and to sustain himself until he can find a way back home. And then, of course, there's Fire Force, which, I'm all for that one. And then Recreators. So we'll go through these and we'll list off the ones that we really feel strong about, and we'll put it up in a poll, and we'll probably do the top poll suggestion. We'll have to see how it all turns out.
Oh, Blue Exorcist I'm also interested in.
Yeah, I've heard Blue Exorcist is pretty good. But anyway, yeah. This was a good episode. I liked this one. This was episode 14 of season 2. Bizarre Gran Torino appears. Bizarre indeed, my friend. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. And if you want to see more from us, feel free to let us know what you think down in the description or in the comments down below. If you want to see, if you want to hit that subscribe button, we greatly appreciate it. Ring that bell to stay notified when we come out with a new video. And, of course, check out our Patreon and our Discord. We're on Patreon. If you're watching on Patreon, thank you for your support. And if you are watching this on YouTube, then, hey, you can actually get a week ahead of everybody by checking out our Patreon if you want to. And, I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
We will see you all in the next one. Peace out.